everyone, welcome back to Wildwood Cottage and welcome back to Wales. It's lovely to have you here. I hope you're all doing well. This is my September vlog of going into autumn here in Wales, and it's also my wartime challenge. Now I know I've not been doing a lot of recipes and things lately, but I've had an awful lot going on, as you know, with the rats and everything. But with the latest news to do with the cost of living and utility bills going up, you know I don't like my channel to be controversial. I like it to be an escape, a safe place for people, away from the things that are going on in the world. But I know a lot of people out there do have worries, especially with the things like the heating allowance going for the elderly, and energy bills going up for everybody. I know that there's a lot of things out there that you're concerned about. Now, in keeping with my wartime challenge, I know that there was fuel rations during the war, and there was a lot of rationing obviously on food and clothes. Now I'm kind of thinking of keeping that theme up here right the way through the autumn, into the winter and beyond into 2025. I want my channels to be relevant to you. I want it to be a place where you can come and get good ideas on how you can live on less, how you can garden on less, and as best I can, I'm doing my bit towards that for me and my household. Now, you know from my questions and answers videos in the past, I pop them in the I button, that my husband and I try to live as frugally as possible. I do try to save money where I can. I do try to cook on as few ingredients as possible, but make it a nice filling meal. I try to do my garden as cheaply as possible. I'm like anyone. I'll go to the garden centre, I'll see plants, I'll buy them. But then, do you know, when I buy them, I'll buy them with division in mind, and I'll buy the best plant I can find, bring it home, and try and divide it into as many portions as possible. Now I do that with all of my plants, and then I plant them right the way around the garden. And if a plant cost me £2.50, I want it to be worth £10, and I get as many plants out of it as possible, which I do on a regular basis. So yeah, they are my frugal things that I do for me and my household. I try not to buy new. I try not to buy anything first. I always try and resource it and find it before I buy it. Like building things around here, I'll use tree branches, I'll use pallets, I'll use old furniture. Whatever I can find, I'll try and do it for nothing first before I go looking elsewhere. And even then, when I go looking elsewhere, I'll go to the tip, I'll go to the free pages on Facebook, I'll go to Facebook Marketplace. I'll always go to looking for the cheapest option possible before I go and buy it. So yeah, I'm thinking now going in, excuse me, I've got an itchy eye, and excuse the squeaking the dog's about. I'm thinking going into the autumn of looking at ways of saving money on fuel. As you know, I've got a wood burner, so I'm one step ahead of most people anyway. It heats my house, I can cook on it. But a lot of the principles that you get from the wood cook stove, you can take over into anything. I do a lot of one pot cooking, so you can do that in a slow cooker, because my cooker doesn't cook very fast. I can put a casserole on in the morning, it's ready by 4 o'clock. So there's a long period of cooking. If I put a baked potato in, it'll take 2 or 3 hours, but at least at the end of the day, it's cost me nothing to make it, because I make it in a Dutch oven on the stove. So my principles of cooking and the things that I do on my stove, you can then put into practice on your own stove. Like if I do things in the oven and I'm cooking for just my husband and not myself, sorry, I was just checking the dog, then I'll do it in the air fryer or the new one pot that I've just bought. If I want to cook a soup, I can do it in the one pot in 20 minutes. I can do it on the stove for free, but it'll still be in one pot. So the things that I do on the stove, you can put into practice in a one pot or in the air fryer. So the thing that I've been thinking about recently is that what I do in the oven, I'm going to make do in the air fryer. It's going to cook quicker because I'm not heating as much space in the oven. Because a big 60 centimetre oven will take about 10 minutes to warm up to the temperature you want for cooking. So you put your food in, you're waiting 5 or 10 minutes for the oven to heat up before it even starts cooking, especially if it's cooking for frozen. But small things like a small portion of chips or some roast potatoes and a nut roast, or some roast potatoes and some sausages, or 3 sausages, I can do that in the air fryer. I can do fish fingers, I can do chicken, I can do fish, I can do meat. Anything I can do in the oven or under the grill or in a frying pan, I can do in the air fryer. And it's only heating up this amount of space. It heats up within a few minutes, and even while it's heating up, it's beginning to cook the food, so you're not wasting any money. So I'm thinking of doing more recipes on what I do on the cook stove and doing them for you, so you can translate that over to cooking as cheaply as possible on the means that you have. Now, if that's something you're interested in, do leave comments in the comment section below, because I don't want to make videos that you're not wanting to watch. I don't want to put all that effort in, because it takes a long time. From planning a video to filming the video to putting it out to you can sometimes take 2 or 3 weeks. Just the editing alone sometimes can take 24, 48 hours. Deciding how I'm going to put it together, what music I'm going to put to it, cutting the clips, working out what I actually want to put into the video. From actually filming it, filming can take a day, and it's not something that I get paid for. So I don't want to waste my time doing videos, putting them out to you, if it's not something that you want to watch. So I just thought I'd put that in this vlog. It's not going to be a long vlog today. I've got a lot to get on with. I've just done the rope around the stove because it needed gluing back down. So I put some new rope on. It's slightly thinner than the last one, so I hope it's going to work. I've got a project I want to do in the garage for getting my fabric out in my workroom upstairs, so I can start making some clothes for my make do and mend. And yeah, I've just got a really busy day planned. So you'll be getting little bits and bobs throughout. I am going to try growing a little bit of food. I did some beans and peas. They didn't grow. I don't know why. Maybe I need to do them again. Maybe the seed was just old seed and it's just no good. I'm finding that more and more, you know, and it's really frustrating. And I don't know about any of you out there, but I've mentioned it before, that I find seed doesn't germinate as well as it used to. I don't know whether they're giving us dead seed, so we can't grow it, so we have to go and buy food in the supermarket. I get the impression they don't want us growing our own food. They want us to have to buy everything, get the taxes off it. Someone's making a large amount of money out of it. I mean, Monsanto that produced the seeds must be making a mint out of dead seed that they're putting in seed packets that just don't grow. Yeah, that's another beef that I have, which is a pain in my butt. But that's just life, isn't it? You've just got to get on with it, and you've just got to see what you can do as best you can. So yeah, if there's anything you'd like me to cover, we do have a food surplus place here. I am thinking of going there and seeing how I can boost my food budget, because you know my food budget is just spiraling out of control. Last year I did a video shopping for £30. I couldn't do that now. I here in Wales, it is just impossible to eat a healthy diet. It's just impossible on £30. Now, the thing I did find with the food bank was that it was a lot of bread. Now, I can't eat bread. I can't eat rapeseed oil, as you know, so I have to be very careful. So on a Wednesday, we have a market here, and the market stall that does the fruit and veg outside, when they finish, they put that into the food surplus shop, what is left over. So it's a good time to go on a Wednesday and go and have a look at the end of the day and see what the market stalls have put in the food surplus place. So I might do a video about that. If that's something you're interested in, do say in the comments section below, and we'll see what videos we can put together for the autumn that will help you save some money. Anyway, all that said, I'm going to go and get on with my day, and I'll see what we get up to. So see you in a bit. Now, I said to you the other week that I wanted to get a new David Austin rose for the pergola. Now, I found this in the garden centre the other day. It's a constant spray. I got it for £7, and normally a potted rose is about, on David Austin, it's £35. In the garden centre, they're offered about £30. And once you paid the postage with David Austin, it turns out about 40 quid. And I got this one for £7. Full price, let's have a look. Oh, full price was £16. So it mustn't have been an actual David Austin rose. They must have got it cheaper somewhere else. So I'm very happy with that. I got it for £7. Very impressed. And Constant Spry, it is only a single flowering one. And I like repeat flowering, but for £7 it would have been an insult to leave it there. And it's going to grow 6 metres tall. It says it flowering only, summer flowering only. It has a nice scent, 2.1 metres grown as a shrub, and excellent train climber up to 6 metres. So it's going to be really nice. It's a summer flowering one, as I say, and it's called Constance Spry. So I'm thinking, because the sun is on, I don't know, I'm a bit torn. I'm thinking of putting it on here. But then I was thinking it would be rather nice on the gate down there where I'm going to build for Stripe, and then have it growing over the gate as a little archway over the gate into this part of the garden, and have it as a really secret part of the garden. So I think Stripe's found a vole or a mouse hole, so he's found something. That little monkey down there, he buried one of those baby rats in one of my tubs the other day and destroyed my deutzia that I had in there in order to get his rat out. So yeah, I found it yesterday and he was eating it on the yard, so we took it off him, and yeah, it's gone. So, and also so has my deutzia, so that was the end of that. I'll have to put something else in there now. He's a little monkey. He doesn't take any care of my plants at all. He's not interested. So yeah, have you seen this one? I've no idea what it is. Maybe you could tell me. But it's a lovely plant. It has lovely pink flowers on it in the summer. But it's developed these lovely little berries. Now Stripe's not interested in it at all, but I wonder what it is. I've no idea what it is. But it has lovely pink flowers on it in the summer, and the birds eat the flowers in the summer. But it's developed these berries, and the birds have been feeding on them. So I've no idea what it is, but I'm going to put it back in. I'm thinking of popping it in a pot, but I'm not too sure. I'm going to wait until I've done this bit down here. This is where the chickens are going. Just a sec. Yeah, this is where the chickens extension is going to come out of. We have had a fox around, so I need to be mindful of a fox. But they're going to come out of this hole here, and I'm thinking of making it like a pop hole, so I can lock it overnight to make sure nothing can get in. Make it like a doorway, and then they're going to have all this space around here, and then go round the side there, round the side of the shed in like a U shape. So I've been clearing it all. I've cleared all the plants. I put my first piece of slate down. That took me forever to move it up the garden. It's massive. I'll just show you the size of it. It completely fills this space here, and this is going to be my marker of what's going to go round the corner there. And I might extend it out slightly more here and let them have more space here, and do it on like a angle. Instead of a square, do it on an angle. But I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I'll have to think about it. It'd be a shame not to make the most of the square. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I've got to fix the roof up there, and I'm going to do that when Stripe goes back to bed in a minute. And I'm thinking of putting just a bit of plastic over the top for now, and just see if that works. If that works, I won't have to do a living roof. So if you want to meal prep in advance and you're using potatoes, a good idea that my mum taught me is to wash your potatoes first, to wash all the starch off, and then pop them in some water and leave them on the stove until you're ready to cook with them. And that would just keep them fresh until you're ready. You could put a little bit of lemon juice in the water, and that would just stop them discolouring. But if you wash all the starch off, it stops them going black, and it means that they keep fresh until you're ready to use them. So that's what I'm going to do now. Now I'm putting more water than I need, so that they're submerged in the water. And that way I've got plenty of room to mingle, not too much. They've got plenty of room to mingle. I'm not on a water meter here, I'm on spring water, so I'm not limited by how much water I can use, but they're all nicely submerged in the water. They're all nicely submerged in the water. I try to put enough water in to cover them, and then they will be all right until I come to cook them later on. Well, I have to say this year that the blackberries are terrible, absolutely terrible. Really tiny, really small, dying back, really tiny, really small, and dying back as soon as they're coming through. I mean, look at these ones. It's terrible. Mustn't be the year for blackberries this year. I'm going to see if I can get a few, because there's quite a big patch here to take home. So if I find any, I'll show you them tomorrow. Right. So I've got happy mail. I've been thinking that now is a good time. Well, Amazon are doing offers. They seem to be doing this thing called daily deals. And I've been looking around on those daily deals and I found some interesting items. Now, I thought, there's the package, happily from Amazon. Amazon Prime came, I ordered it yesterday, came today. And you know how I like to have my fans on my stove for heat in the room, and it pushes the heat out from the fireplace and makes everything warm. So I've ordered a couple more. So I'll just put you down and I'll show you what I've got. Now this is the fan. Now for £7.99, I am really impressed with this. I paid about £14, I think, for my last one. And do you know, it's exactly the same. Look, there's not really much difference between them two, is there? This one doesn't work, sadly. We've had this one since we moved in. In fact, I think we had it in the other house. I don't know if you can fix them, but yeah, it doesn't work. So that one can go. But what I was thinking was, this one here fits nicely in the fireplace on top of the log burner in the front room. So this one is getting relegated to that fire. So that's going to actually act like there's two fans inside the fire in the front room. I'll take you in there at some point and show you the fire in the front room. But there's not much gap between the top of the fire and the top of the fireplace. And this fits in nicely. So I'm going to use that one in there. But I've got three in here now. I've got that one. I've got the new one. And I've got another one. I bought two. They were £7.99 each on Amazon Prime. If I can find the link, I'll pop them in the description bar below. But it may have just been a daily deal price. But I've got two now. I've got three for the stove. So I've got another one here. But they're ideal for pumping the heat out. Now I think I'd like a fourth one. And then I can have two on each side then. And it does not make the place nice and warm. So I think one more and we'll be all set. I'm just going to get stripe up. Also pop it in the front room while I'm here and show you our log burner. There you go. There's our log burner. And we've only got a very small gap here. But this one should fit in. There you go. Just fits in nicely there in the corner, if you can see it. Very happy lady. I need to clean the fire out. I haven't done this fire yet. I've done the fire in the other room, the stove in the other room the other day. But I haven't done this one yet. We didn't use it much through the winter. I think we only used it at Christmas and once since. I might put it on today actually and sit in here because it's a bit cold. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to get Stripe up. Do you want to see him? It's a lovely autumn day up here today. That's the direction in which the larch forest I showed you the other day, that's over there. There you go, you can see it from here. But it's a beautiful day and the garden's looking very pretty. I'm just fixing the shed roof and making it watertight so I can do the chickens. I don't know whether you can see, but there's autumn colour down there. The beech tree in the field, which is that one, is just changing colour. The ash tree, which is this one, is starting to change colour. And yeah, it's just a very pretty day. Very pretty. The grass is starting to grow back again in the field. The cows haven't been back in. You've still got the gate shut, which is handy for me taking the dog for a walk. And you can get a good view up here of the new secret garden bit. There you go, pergola. So yeah, I'm just sorting out this bit here for the chickens. That's going to be their extension there. So they're going to have a good metre wide by about 8 or 9, well probably about 12 foot altogether around the shed. So that's going to be good. Right, this tree here needs to come down. It's getting far too big, casting too much shadow. I'm just waiting for those green leaves to turn red and fall off so I can get into the branches, because I don't want to do it while it's full of sap. It's going to be too heavy. I need to get into the fruit cage down there. The fruit cage is just here. I took it down. Well, the wind took it down. It blew down in the storms that we had. And I'm not sure what to do about it. I might just leave it open. It might be less attractive to the birds if it's open, and put some bird scarers in there. But I don't know whether you can tell, the leaves are going orange in there as well. Right, time to get on. Right, so I think that's it for me for today. I've had a long day, I've had a busy day, and I'm ready to settle down for the evening. So I've got a nice glass of wine, and I'm going to sit by the fire pit. And now it's the weekend, so I'm really looking forward to my weekend, and looking forward to a nice couple of days off. So I hope you enjoy the video on Sunday, and I will see you next week. So enjoy your weekend, and I will see you soon. Take care.